Hey, Brian from SnakeBytes here. I've traveled all the way to Shizuoka, Japan to come to the biggest reptile show in this region. They have some incredible animals. Some of them aren't always reptiles either. I'm going to really enjoy showing you guys. You're watching SnakeBytes. So the first animal I came across walking into the show was this incredible Boelen's pythons. I've always been a huge fan, and I've never had an opportunity to actually hold one, especially not one that's this size. You can see it's absolutely dog tame. I gotta tell you, it's one of the most impressive snakes I probably have ever held. Unfortunately, these guys aren't easy to breed in captivity, but they actually do really well. I hope that people figure out what the trick is to breed these animals, because I'm telling you what, they are truly amazing animals. And when they come out of the egg, they're actually red. But man, I tell you what, I'm just going crazy with this snake right now. What I have here is a blue Chilean eel. I never really expected to be holding an eagle at a reptile show. Now this guy's only a year old, and they get their name Blue because at about 2 years they turn really blue. But it's just such a majestic animal. Again, something I'm really excited that I had an opportunity to do. What we have here is a Siberian goshawk. Now the American goshawks are black, but the Siberians have this beautiful white color. And I'm told that you can't get these animals in America whatsoever, and they're extremely rare. So it's a real privilege to be holding something so amazing like this.
What cause does Sam support every year with a 60-mile walk? Is it A, wounded warriors, B, breast cancer awareness, or C, muscular dystrophy? Answer with a comment and keep watching to see if you're right.
What I have here is a southern Mexican horned lizard. Now the southern species is much easier to keep in captivity because they don't need the high level of formic acid like the other horned lizards need, which basically means you can just feed them crickets with some formic acid supplement, and in the summertime feed them as many ants as you possibly can. They don't need to hibernate because again they're from the southern part of Mexico, and the females will lay up to 15 eggs. They're just a pretty cool looking animal. Again, there's some amazing reptiles and amphibians here, but I keep getting captivated by the interesting mammals. This is some kind of red flying squirrel in Japan. It's only found in Asia. It's just an amazingly beautiful animal, and you can see the big flaps on his arms. And this thing will literally jump out of a tree and just glide down. It's really built for flying for sure, but it's got some really sharp claws, so you have to be careful because it'll just tear right into you. But look at how beautiful that tail is. It's just an amazing animal. I think I'm gonna die of cuteness overload. This is a little river otter, believe it or not. And I know I'm not showcasing as many reptiles, but it's about how many interesting animals are at this show that I've never seen before. And again, when do you get an opportunity to play with a little cute little monkey like this? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I want to just take it home. Okay, I've got a little squirrel monkey here, and he's kind of a little bit nuts. He doesn't want to slow down, but it's still just cool to be able to play with a monkey. Here's one, a peanut, little guy. Yes, yes. Look at how cute he is. And I tell you what, he's just kind of been cruising around all day. You can tell he's just a ball of energy. And again, it's an experience that you don't think you're going to have when you're at a reptile show. Look at how awesome that is. Isn't that cool? Whenever I'm traveling, I'm always looking for really cool literature on reptiles, and Herp Life magazine is the largest reptile magazine in Japan, and they just recently put out a book on my favorite topic, which is ball pythons. It's called The Perfect Ball Python, and don't worry, you don't have to read Japanese. They actually do put it out in an English version. Again, I'm amazed at some of the animals that I'm coming across here. I didn't even know these things existed. These are actually albino fly river turtles. They sometimes call them pig-nosed terrapins. But not only are they amazing animals on their own, but the fact that there's an albino is crazy. You know, it's just amazing to me that I come all this way and find animals I didn't even know were in existence, like this beautiful albino fly river. All right, what we have here is an Aldabran tortoise. Now this guy is almost 100 years old and about 3.5 foot long and 400 kilograms. It's just amazing to be just hand feeding this guy. And I gotta be careful with my fingers because I know it's got a pretty good crunch. But you can just imagine how much this animal goes through every day. It's just cool to be this close to something like this. It's got so much personality, and again, it'll just crawl right up to you and just eat right out of your hand. Gotta watch those fingers though. It's always hard to say when you're at a show like this what your favorite animal is, and there's certainly been a whole lot of them here. But when I came across this animal, it might have the soft spot in my heart for it. This is actually an albino leopard tortoise, and I've always loved leopard tortoises, and I had no idea that there were even any albinos out there. I've been told that there's only a very small handful of them, and I'm actually holding one right now. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. One of the things that I've really noticed here is that there's a lot of tortoises and monitor lizards that I just don't really see very often. We see them sometimes in the States, but not nearly in the frequency that we're seeing at this show. And I'll be honest, I've never seen this. This is actually an ivory radiated tortoise. It's from India, and it's pretty amazing. I can imagine when it gets to adult size what it's going to look like, because it's just nothing like I've ever seen before. And again, it seems table after table I'm coming across things going, what is that? I've never seen it before. So it's really been well worth the adventure over here. Again, it seems like every place I go is a wow moment in this place. I've never really been this close to a sea turtle, and it's just pretty amazing to be actually able to touch this animal. Now this is actually a rescue animal that's a rehab. It's going to go back into the wild, which is really awesome. But it's just amazing to me because I've never been this close to an animal like this, and again, everywhere I go just surprises me in Japan. It's the wildlife is amazing here, and this has been such an incredible experience for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed being here with me because it's hard to explain the emotions that I'm going through seeing such amazing animals that I never get a chance to see in America or most of my other travels. So it's been a really great adventure.
All right, you guys got to see the show in Japan that Brian went to, and they feature a lot of unique mammals and birds that we just don't get to see here in the States. I want to know if you could pick any one animal that you'd like to interact with, what would it be? Leave a comment below and let us know.
So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I tell you what, I had an amazing time. Such incredible animals here. Things that I've never seen in my entire life. It's been a true adventure. Speaking of that, if you ever want to follow my adventures, I'm always tweeting pictures. So make sure to follow me over at SnakeBytesTV. Until next time, this has been Snake Bites.
So what cause does Sam walk 60 miles for every year? If you guessed B, breast cancer awareness, you're absolutely right. You remember that episode with the creepy car wash?
I have a special target sitting down range just for you. It's your all-time idol, Sponge Beaver SquarePants. You know what? Say goodbye to your idol.
Let me get ear protection. Don't shoot Sponge Beaver Square. What did you do to Sponge Beaver SquarePants?